She thought it was just a bad stomach bug. Nothing serious, maybe something she ate, maybe a rough start to her period. But then the vomiting started, and it didn't stop. What unfolded next would not only leave her bedridden for days, it would leave even her doctor stunned, questioning a diagnosis so rare he had to repeat it out loud just to believe it. At just 26, she woke up on a Monday with a wave of exhaustion that felt like it had been building for weeks. Her body felt heavy, her stomach slightly off. She forced herself to eat just a tamale, and within hours her body violently rejected it. Not once, not twice, but every 45 minutes, like a sick timer, she vomited. First food, then bile, then nothing. Her body kept trying to empty itself, even when there was nothing left to give. Convinced she had norovirus, she booked an urgent care visit, but the earliest slot was 6 hours away. So she waited, dry heaving, sweating, barely able to sit upright. When she finally arrived, her body was limp. They ran a flu test, collected a urine sample, handed her a container for a fecal test. Then they hooked her to fluids. Her body needed not one, but 2 IV bags before it could even function enough to pee. The Zofran helped, barely. She went home in a daze. The vomiting had stopped, but she still felt like something was deeply wrong. Her partner, who ate the exact same meals, was totally fine. No fever, no vomiting, not even a stomachache. That's when the puzzle deepened. No diarrhea either, just intense vomiting and a foggy, sluggish brain that wouldn't clear. When she finally delivered the fecal sample days later, she expected a generic answer, a bug, a mild foodborne thing, maybe something weird she picked up at the beach. But what she got was a phone call no one expected. "You tested positive for cholera?" Her doctor said it like a question, like he didn't believe the lab. Cholera, a disease from history books and developing countries. A waterborne infection linked to poverty, not popular restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. She hadn't traveled. She hadn't eaten oysters. She hadn't done anything out of the ordinary. Except for that one meal at the coast, a bowl of clam chowder and some fish and chips. That was it. This wasn't textbook cholera either. No diarrhea, no massive fluid loss, just vomiting. Relentless, body-rattling vomiting. Cholera is caused by Vibrio cholerae, a bacterium that usually enters the body through contaminated water or undercooked seafood. In the US, it's incredibly rare, so rare most doctors never see a single case in their entire careers. And yet here it was, quietly attacking a young woman's gut in one of the most developed regions of the country. If you've ever rolled your eyes at food safety warnings or assumed you'd just bounce back from a sketchy meal, this is your wake-up call. The bacteria don't care about Yelp reviews. They don't care if the restaurant is popular or if your friend ate the same thing and felt fine. All it takes is one spoonful of contaminated broth and your immune system is thrown into chaos. This isn't fear-mongering, it's biology. Her recovery was slow. Her energy remained drained for nearly a week. The nausea lingered like a ghost. Her stomach felt like it had been reset by force. She turned to probiotics and bland meals, trying to rebuild her microbiome one bite at a time. And through it all, no one else around her got sick. Not her partner, not anyone else who went to the restaurant. The case stayed isolated, a freak occurrence, or maybe the only one caught in time. That's what makes this story stick. Not just the diagnosis, but the randomness, the vulnerability, the realization that even in a clean, regulated modern food system, pathogens still find a way in. Cholera didn't care that she was young, healthy, and cautious. It didn't care that she had plans that week. It only needed an opening, and it found one. Before we wrap up, remember this. We like to think foodborne illness is a thing of the past. But bacteria don't recognize borders. They don't care about timelines. They exist to survive. And sometimes their path runs straight through you. So trust your gut, especially when it's screaming for help. Speak up, get tested, and never ignore the feeling that something just isn't right. If you enjoyed this, then you're just getting started. Click the next video because The real danger isn't what you notice. It's what you miss. Stay curious, and we'll see you next time on Health Hacks TV.